Hello, good morning, Cypress Village residents. Welcome to Virtual Coffee Chat. Today is May 7th. I hope everybody's off to a good Friday. Thank you for joining us. We have a full-packed episode today. We're going to kick it off with the Resident Council and the committees. They are going to provide all of the residents here at Cypress Village with updates as to what each committee is focusing on and updates on those goals that the committee has for 2021. We're going to follow up the council with Dave Green. He's got some updates regarding the hot water and other projects throughout the village that are going on or forthcoming. Susan McLean is going to provide some information on hurricane preparedness. I can't believe effective May 15th, just another week out, hurricane season starts for 2021. So Susan's going to provide some preliminary information and some guidance on how to prepare for hurricane season this year. Followed by Susan, Nick LaLiberty is going to provide some updates regarding security and IT. Katie Amador will have some community life services updates from her departments, what's going on in activities. And I believe she's got a surprise regarding a new hire that she's bringing back. So stay tuned for that. Followed by Katie, we're going to have Thomas and the Dining Services Department with the Burger of the Week. And that's always a treat. So I have no idea what it is this week, but stay tuned for Thomas. And we'll wrap it up with myself coming back to give a little update on the survey that was sent out to residents a few weeks back. It was just a quick, what we called pulse survey, just to see how everybody's doing. I'll give some of the highlights on that survey, as well as COVID updates and an update regarding some employment opportunities we're trying to make available here at Cypress Village to attract staff. Because as many of you know, staffing has been a tremendous challenge here with the pandemic, followed by tax returns and tax refunds, followed by additional unemployment payments and stimulus. So it's been a real challenge. So we'll delve into that a little bit. And with that, we are going to wrap it up, always with happy birthdays throughout the village. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy it. Have a great day.
Hi, I'm Prather McKinnon. I'm president of the Residents Council. I'm here to welcome you today to our monthly program of giving you information about what's going on in the community. So the whole committee is here and we will be reporting to you. And I want to say thank you for sharing your time with us, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Jerry Clare, Chairman of the Healthcare Committee. I'm reporting on our April meeting. First, we welcomed Chris Burkholz, our resident, to our committee. Second, we talked about the upcoming Healthcare Symposium, which is being held on Thursday, May 27th in Egret Hall. You may have received a poster talking about it. Watch out for further details. Third, we are looking forward to the return of the Stay Well, they used to be Well luncheons, which will also be held in Egret Hall and are now being presented by LCS. And last of all, we want you to stay tuned for more information on the upcoming Healthcare Symposium, and also check the committee members of our Healthcare Committee on the Community Bulletin Board in the bee or bird lobby near the elevators and the library. And if you have any concerns, please let your Healthcare Committee know. We do discuss them and take them very seriously. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
I'm Janet Allen. I'm on the Resident Council. I'm the treasurer. I'm also the chair of the Facilities Committee. First, I'm going to give you the treasurer's report for May. We bank at Wells Fargo, and we had a beginning balance in April of $1,412.68. there was a refund applied to our account of $67.70 for a mistake they made, and we had an ending balance of $1,480.38. Some of you are new, and so I thought we would tell you how this money appeared in our account. And it was collected from prior Friday morning coffee, sticky bun meetings, and residents would leave $1 on the table as a donation towards the sticky buns. The council pays for a variety of small and large things with that money. We pay for the supplies, maintenance of the copier that's in the library, and also generally we pay for a donation for the employee Christmas fund. So that's the purpose of that money. We also keep a balance of $1,000 to avoid having a service fee, which would eat away at our money. Regarding the Facilities Committee, I don't have a lot to report this month because we won't meet until Friday. I can report that the Cypress Log advertised for 2 open plots. And the reason they were open is Dave Green had trimmed the tree, so the plots were no longer too shady to plant vegetables. And so we advertised for the 2 open plots, and they were, 2 people had claimed them. And so all the plots are now have owners, and we have no waiting list at this time. Next month I should have more to report, so until then, enjoy the not so hot weather and the beautiful landscaping. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Jean Bland and I chair the Activities Committee. I work very closely with Katie Amador and her staff in the CLS office. We in that department, Katie and her staff and the Activities Committee and now the Resident Council have been increasingly aware of numerous and increasing incidences in which associates and staff people have been emotionally, verbally abused or not spoken with to very nicely by many residents, and the list is getting longer, and we're very concerned about this. So we're mounting what we're going to call the culture of kindness. And I want to read to you what we have agreed will be our general theme. Many associates and residents have noticed, and some have been hurt by remarks and attitudes they have observed or received from others in this community. I hope that this reminder will make all of us in this family more aware of others' sensitivities and loneliness as we come out of the restrictions we've been living under for well over a year. Living in isolation may have created a wish or a need to blame someone else for our feelings. Some of us have exhibited our frustrations at the expense of others, whether they be associates working in housekeeping, dining services, maintenance, even management. For some young associates, this may be their first job out in the real world. How they are treated here will stay with them for a long time, and that message will be reflected into the broader working community. I'm urging us, all of us, to do our part to make Cypress Village the kind of community associates want to serve and which they will recommend. I'm suggesting that we all try to be courteous to everyone, considerate of everyone, friendly to everyone, generous with compliments, thoughtful in speaking, smile more, frown less. We'll all be the better for it. Thank you for the privilege of your time.
Good morning, I'm Mark Waters. I'm the chair of the Dining Committee. This has been a really exciting time for my committee with the new wonderful menu that Thomas Rivers has created. We've received a lot of wonderful positive remarks from my fellow residents. And the menu is very extensive. There are a lot of good choices on it. One thing that we have to remember, though, is that it's new. And because it's new, that means there's a lot of changes for the kitchen staff and the wait staff also. Thomas remarked that it's a matter of really training everybody to operate like a regular restaurant, which is different from what we've had before. I don't know if you know this, but I was in the restaurant business many years ago. I owned 2 restaurants, and my philosophy was that I needed to know how to do everybody's job in the restaurant. Do you know what the hardest one was? It wasn't being a chef, was not tending bar, wasn't playing the piano, because I did that too. It was serving. It was the most difficult thing, and I was terrible at it. So I'm asking you to please, with our very wonderful young servers that we have here at Cypress, if things are going a little slow, give them a break. It's not an easy job. And if you don't think so, offer to take over one of the shifts for them, and you'll see. It's rough. But when they do something right, especially give them a good hello and a thank you for it. I think it's really important for us to be able to do that, to affirm them, because it is rough. Today we're having, this is Tuesday, by the way, we're having a meeting with Thomas Rivers to go over the results of the survey. From what I understand, they're very, very positive results, and Thomas is going to give you an update as to whether or not we'll be able to keep the new menu or change something. Thank you.
Good morning, neighbors. I'm Bill Worth, chairman of the Veterans Committee, giving you an update here for the month of May. We are making some nice progress with our recognition wall. It's in the process of being drawn up artistically on paper so that we can get an idea of what the finished product might look like. And that's underway right now. We've been excited about that. The newsletter is going. It kind of runs in every other Cypress log. We will have a newsletter in the May edition. There will be contact information in there to get a hold of me if you have any particular interest in serving on our committee, or any questions that we may be able to help you with regard to Veterans Affairs. The committee will meet this month in May. We meet on the third Friday of each month, and I'll be letting the members of the committee know the agenda and so forth in the next coming days. We've begun coffee with comrades again. That was a very popular activity going back pre-COVID. It's back now. It's taking place in the IBIS room, which is A220 in the tower. It's going to occur this month at 10 o'clock on May the 12th. A gentleman named Gavin Wiljakanen from Vitas Healthcare attends that meeting. He's a very knowledgeable guy. He can answer questions, but it's also a semi-social event just to get together with other veterans and enjoy a little coffee, donuts, and a social get-together, but maybe informative as well. The other resource that we've got is a guy named Jeff Faulkner, who's with the National Association of Veterans and Families, and he is going to be able now to engage more with people who have specific issues interfacing with the VA. So let me know, or let somebody on the committee know if in fact you've got a particular need that would take some of that expertise. And as I said before, also, if you have an interest in serving on our committee, we're always open to new ideas and new members. So hope all you veterans out there are doing well, and I'll be talking to you, I guess, again next month. Thank you.
Hi, it's Carmen von Susten reporting from your Healthcare Committee. Do you have any questions about all of the healthcare services that are available to you here at Cypress Village? Well, time to mark Thursday, May 27th on your calendar. Your questions will be answered at the Healthcare Symposium in Egret Hall. There'll be one session from 10 to 12 p.m. You will learn more about the Wellness Center, the Healthcare Center, the rehab and physical therapy opportunities, having personal and professional healthcare assistance, how to coordinate with hospital stays, assisted living, and memory care, and much more at this special presentation coordinated by the Healthcare Committee in Cypress Village, presented live and on TV. So watch your coffee chats, your Cypress Village mailboxes for flyers and more information to come your way in the next few weeks. Signing off, your Cypress Village reporter on the job, Carmen von Susten.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Chat. A couple updates from the maintenance department. The hot water heaters in the CD building were installed on Wednesday night. The new system is 4 individual hot water heaters. The picture will come out in the next newsletter. So the best part about the new system is if one goes down, we still have 3 working. And we have redundancy through the system, so we never should have no hot water again in the C&D building. So I'm very happy for that. Concrete is being done continuously out throughout the year. The next phase will be starting next week. Sidewalks, driveways, everything that is been put in, we're going to not start taking care of, but we are taking care of as it comes in. So if you see a place, please call Jennifer and give her an update, and we'll come out and spray paint it so that it's, visible just in case. And then we'll get it taken care of as soon as possible. Going on with the mulch, I know there's a couple houses on Middleton Park East and William Davis that need to be completed. That was supposed to be taken care of this week, but I think it's going to end up being early next week now. And then they'll move on to Silverberry to start the backyards. Power washing is on William Davis. They should finish William Davis by the end of this week. And Silverberry will most likely Silkvine, will most likely start in 2 weeks. I'll give another update next week with a better time and date. Otherwise, have a great weekend. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. I have a few things to touch on. The first one being the new check-in process. We have gotten rid of the screeners at the front door. So if you have any guests or caretakers that are coming to visit you, we do require that you check in with AccuShield and take your temperature. We have 4 new AccuShield kiosks at this point that are working fantastically well. So we are very excited about that. They're faster, they're sleeker, they look much better up at the front desk, and it's just an easier way to check in. Those will ask you the screening questions, and then it'll print you out a badge so that we know you got screened that day. So thank you, and I know it's been a rough past year, but we're slowly reopening, and we're all very excited about that. Trust me, no one more than me. So make sure that everyone's checking in at those AccuShield machines. The next thing I wanted to touch on is we ran into a few situations where someone has, said, burned toast or, done something on the stove where there's a bunch of smoke, it's under control, the smoke alarms are going off. Security obviously will respond, but we do ask that you open your slider doors instead of opening your front doors, because if that smoke leaks out into the hallways, it's going to set the whole building off. So open your windows, open your slider doors, and that should alleviate the issue. We can also maybe assist in getting you a fan to blow out the excess smoke. But we've run into that a few times, so I just wanted to kind of touch on base with that. The last thing that I wanted to touch on is some exciting news from the IT committee is that the regional has approved the fall detection software for the healthcare center and the memory care center. We're just waiting on one more approval, but it's looking very promising that we're going to get at least 10 devices here. So that's extremely beneficial for preventing falls, unnecessary injuries, things like that. So there'll be more words on that once it is installed. I'll show everyone how it works, what they look like, and maybe bring some stats as well. But have a great weekend. It's supposed to be beautiful, and I'll see you all around the village. Thank you.
Good morning, Cypress Village residents. It's me, Susan McLean. It's another Friday day at Coffee Chat, and we are going to talk about your favorite subject. Yes, it's that time of year again. It's time for hurricane preparedness. hurricane season will be beginning on June 1st, and it will be here before we know it. Time is just going by way too quickly. So I just wanted to kind of touch base and let you know what you need to start doing to prepare. Where Cypress Village is located, we are in flood zone A. And what that means that is worst case scenario, if we do have a hurricane or, all the rain that comes with a hurricane, we could have a storm surge anywhere from 3 to 9 feet above ground. So that is why now is the time to really start working on getting your emergency kit put together. And you need 3 days worth of water. And that means 3 gallons of water because it's 1 gallon per person. You need some non-perishable food items. You need flashlight and batteries and backup batteries, prescription medication. You need to make sure that all of your prescriptions have been refilled and you are doing good, and your prescriptions will last you for at least a good month. Also your eyeglasses. You want to have some sanitation and hygiene products, and also if you need any incontinent products as well. So your cell phone needs to be fully charged, and you want to make sure you've got your charger too so that you can keep a well-charged cell phone. Full tank of gas in your car if you drive. Also your pet supplies. If you got your little furry baby, you got to take care of the fur baby. And also you want to make sure their vaccinations are up to date in case we do have to evacuate and you take your pet with you. If you go to a shelter, you need to show that they are fully vaccinated. First aid kit and a radio that is battery powered so you can keep up with all the latest and greatest on hurricanes. So just remember that in case a hurricane does come, that CV only has the staff to evacuate our residents on assisted living, the memory unit, and in our skilled nursing facility. So if we are on lockdown, say here at Cypress Village because of a hurricane, we have a very skeleton staff. And so we are making sure that all of those that are a higher level of acuity are being taken care of. And that is our assisted living, our memory unit, and our residents in our skilled nursing facility. So due to limited supplies and staffing, we are unable to accommodate any visitors or family members during the weather emergency. And we appreciate you understanding that. And so if you have special needs, you need to contact the Wellness Center to register for a local shelter. And we will also have some of those applications at Concierge. And I highly encourage anybody that is on oxygen or on a CPAP machine, or if you need help with your medications, or you need help getting dressed and things like that, you need to go ahead and get registered with that special needs shelter. And so we have those applications for you in the Wellness Center, and I will have them at the concierge desk as well. And just remember that the special needs shelters, they are run by the city of Jacksonville. And so it's not anything to do with us. So all independent living residents are expected to create their own emergency evacuation plan, as well as the residents in villas and equity homes. You need to prepare your own emergency food and supplies, and you need to put your plan in place and make sure it's ready to go for those hurricane watches. So during a hurricane warning stage, all food delivery to the villas and equity homes will be suspended. We will provide emergency rations and takeout forms to residents in villas who have contractual meals. However, that's only if weather is permitting us to do so. And just remember that if we are in that emergency mode, that the food is going to be very simple. We're talking about sandwiches, a piece of fruit, chips. It's going to be very basic. It's not going to be the wonderful meals that Thomas Rivers prepares in the dining room on a regular basis. It's going to be rations. And so we will go to emergency menu for residents with contractual meals in that case, and that's what you will be provided. And just remember that 911 services may be unavailable in Cypress Village. Security will have limited staff on hand during this time. And also during an emergency, your pendants may not be operational, and so our check-in services may not work. Transportation services will be canceled as well. And also during these emergency times with weather, remember that sometimes 911 cannot respond. And so they're also limited staff as well, because they're probably going elsewhere to help those who are in true need. And so just remember that Cypress Village is not in control of our own electrical power. That is JEA. So during these weather emergencies, when you lose power, don't call us, call JEA. And I just want to make sure that everybody understands that we want everybody to start preparing now. And so with all of this information, please complete your hurricane preparedness document and turn that into the concierge. Those in the homes, you can turn it in out there at the boathouse. We will be collecting them on a regular basis. And if you could get all of this information into me by May 21st, before the start of hurricane season, so I can have you in the docket, I will greatly appreciate it. All right, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day and a great weekend. Thank you.
Good morning, Cypress Village. Happy Friday. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. My name is Katie Amador. I'm the Director of Community Life Services, and I have a few programs highlights for the upcoming week. I will start with today, which is Friday, May 7th. And I just want to put out a reminder, this month, beginning this month, we have changed Friday Bingo to condense into one session that will take place at 3:30 p.m. in Egret Hall. So moving forward on Fridays, bingo will be at 3:30 starting today. If you are interested, please stop by. It's $5 to play. We play 10 games and you win cash prizes. Also this evening, we've got David Pedraza, who is a violist, coming with his accompanist, who is going to be playing the piano. They will be here at 7 o'clock p.m. performing in Egret Hall. You are all welcome to join us for that live performance, or you can tune in on Comcast channel 267 or our Cypress Village Facebook page, which can be found at facebook.com/Cypress Village Retirement, whether you have a Facebook profile or not. Tomorrow, the 8th of May, CV Cinema will be meeting in the OMR at 1 o'clock to watch a couple of live action short films that were Oscar nominated this year. So join them for that if you're interested. And this Sunday is Mother's Day, so happy early Mother's Day to all of the wonderful mothers and grandmothers of Cypress Village. And at 1:30 p.m. in Egret Hall, we will be having a Mother's Day tea with some light refreshments that you can catch in between lunch and dinner. We'll have some tea sandwiches, tea of course, some mimosas, fruit, pastries, etc. And you can come join us for some time with your friends and neighbors as we all celebrate Mother's Day together. On Monday the 10th at 10 a.m., leaving from the Loon's Nest, Abby and Tiffany will be taking our residents on a nature walk around the community, identifying some of our flowering plants that have been blooming this spring, as well as a couple of other surprises around the community. So if you're interested in having a lovely walk, join them for that. Also on Monday at 2 o'clock, we have our wine and cheese social in Egret Hall. You do need to sign up for that. There is no charge for that program. However, you will be charged if you sign up, do not cancel, and don't show up to the event. So please keep that in mind when you're signing up. And then at 3 o'clock on Monday, we have our movie matinee, and we will be playing a live action play, which is titled What the Constitution Means to Me. So you can join us for that if you're interested. On Tuesday the 11th, we will be celebrating Nurses Week and Skilled Nursing Week, and a coffee truck, Grounds of Grace, will be on site from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. right in the main parking lot outside of the healthcare center. And all of our residents are welcome to stop by and buy a cup of coffee and wish a very happy Nurses Week and Skilled Nursing Appreciation Week to all of our healthcare workers in the healthcare center. Again, that's 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Tuesday, and I think the coffees run like $3 to $5. So definitely stop by and support a good cause, which is the coffee truck, and show some love to our nurses and skilled nursing associates. Also on, Tuesday the 11th, Dawn Minyard will be here to perform at 7 p.m. in Egret Hall, so check that out, whether you join us live or virtually. On Wednesday the 12th at 10 a.m., we've got Gavin from Vitas Hospice coming to lead our Coffee with Comrades group in partnership with the Veterans Committee. That again will be at 10 o'clock in the IBIS room, which is room A220. So join us for that. And that same night at 4 o'clock, we have trivia night. And I just want to remind residents, now that our capacity has increased, even if you don't want to come and play trivia, you are welcome to come and watch. You'll definitely learn some new things. I know I learn a new thing every time. So if you're interested or just looking for something to do that evening, please stop by Egret Hall at 4 o'clock. And then my last couple of updates for next week. On Thursday at 12:30 p.m., we have a Pinspiration crafting class. The cost is $10. You leave with a really, really cute craft. And the next week's theme is spring. So join us for a spring-themed class. And then at 2 o'clock on Thursday, our bocce group will be meeting out at the boathouse on the bocce court, and that group has been picking up over these last couple of weeks. So if you're interested in trying or learning how to play bocce, please stop by 2 o'clock on Thursday at the boathouse. And that is all of my highlights for the upcoming week. Check out the calendar and the newsletter for more programs. Call us or email us if you have any questions, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend.
Good morning, residents. Happy Friday. Today I've got some very exciting news to discuss. We had the survey for the new menu go out last week, and we had a pretty good response. We had about 109 responses from it, which I'd say is pretty successful in the 3 days that it was open. So I wanted to share the results with you. The most important part of the survey, or not most important part, but the part that I was most curious about is if residents wanted to continue with the new style of menu that we presented for the 4600 dining room. And this was the feedback that was received. So if you can see at the top line indicates the percentage of the residents that want to continue with this menu, and the bottom line was the residents that want to revert back to the previous menu. So I think the majority has spoken there. So we will continue with the new style of menu that we have, and I've already created the next cycle of menus that will roll out for 4600, and we'll be sending those out this Friday, so you can look for that. So a couple comments we got in the survey. There was a lot of good stuff in there, a lot of positive comments, which I love to see, but there was also some constructive feedback, which I also love to receive as well. One of it stated specifically for deliveries, which would be the weekly menu that goes out when the residents circle what they'd like for deliveries. They'd like to see more variety and rotation of those items instead of it being the same menu week over week. So I'm going to take that feedback and utilize that and whenever we roll out the menus week over week, we'll have some changes in there, so it's not the same stuff, every day. So you can look for that change as well. One of them was vegetable selections. So there are 8 vegetables on the weekly menu, or for the 4600 menu, I'm sorry. So it's hard to get more than 8 vegetables at a time on there. But I can do my best to rotate them on the weekly menu to get a different variety or more variety instead of the same stuff week over week. So we will do that. But overall, it was a very positive survey, and I do appreciate everybody who filled out the survey to let me know your thoughts on it. So a couple other just reminders I had. One of them was the dress code. Again, it keeps popping up, but I just want to make sure everybody's aware of it. If you need a reminder, get with me. I can send you a copy of it. There's a copy of it posted at the front of the dining room when you're heading in. Another reminder is cell phones in the dining room. If you happen to have a conversation on the phone when you're in the dining room, we ask that you just get up from your table, go to the hallway or somewhere where you're not going to disturb others. There have been reports to me given about residents having conversations on their cell phone via speakerphone, which can be disturbing to residents who are trying to enjoy a nice meal and conversation with friends. So please, if you have to use your cell phone for any reason, just please excuse yourself from the table and go have that conversation privately. Another one was dining time. So again, with the new menu and the new way we're doing things, we're cooking everything to order. So certain things like the chicken breast, the rack of lamb, if it's cooked, medium well to well done, are going to take a little bit more time. So the expectation, I would say, would be between an hour and a half to be in the dining room. Typically, if you go out to a nice restaurant anywhere around town, you're going to look at about 2 hours. And that's pretty much the standards. And the last item I have is about reservations. The number of residents are increasing that are coming to the dining room at 4600, so I encourage you to make your reservations. Reservations are optional, and if you do want to walk in, I just want to make sure everybody's aware that there will be about a 15-20 minute wait time. We do want to make sure that we don't overwhelm the servers at any specific time. We want to make sure you have a pleasant dining experience, so just work with us on the reservation times as well as the wait times to be seated. So we look forward to seeing you in the dining room for the next cycle menu, and let me know what you think. Have a great day.
Hey, welcome to Burger of the Week, and this week is a Philly burger. Our components of this burger is melted provolone, sauteed onions, peppers, and mushrooms. I would recommend it with some onion rings going with it, so it'd get a full nice effect for lunch or dinner. Enjoy the Burger of the Week. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. Lisa Green, Director of Sales and Marketing. And today I just really want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you. I've received so many cards and calls and compliments on our success in 2020. Our office, our Cypress Village, was #1 in 2020, and we also were #1 in the first quarter of 2021 for sales and new move-ins to the community. So just a huge thank you to all of you, because I know when you see us touring and walking around the community, everyone is always so welcoming and so friendly, and it makes an enormous difference. So again, just a big thank you, and keep up the great work and keep smiling when you see us. Thank you.
All right, I'm back, and hope you're enjoying today's episode. I just wanted to give a brief update on how the Pulse survey went for us here at Cypress Village. Overall, we had almost 220 participants, which is a fairly decent amount, seeing that the majority were done via email. That was the ideal situation to do it electronically via email. So we were the top community in regards to responses, which I found, I always like to be on top, and Cypress Village to be on top. So I like that statistically, which also means it gives us a really good gauge as to how things are going here at Cypress Village over the last year. Overall, we did pretty well. The general consensus, I'm not going to get into too much detail here in this particular episode. We'll follow it up with a more detailed report in the upcoming newsletter, so everybody can get a good idea, snapshot about how others are feeling here at Cypress Village. But overall, I was real satisfied. We came in roughly at 80% satisfaction overall, based on how we've done the prior year and how our residents are feeling and their well-being overall. So not perfect, but based on the situations and the challenges that we've been facing, I feel pretty good about it. I do want to thank all of the residents for their verbatim comments. There were a lot that I will say were directed to me personally, and I do want to thank you for those commendations. However, I do want everybody to know that it is a team effort, and I'm here as the executive director, but we have a great team that do a lot of the work, the majority of the work that I can't take credit for, but I do want to at least thank everybody for the nice comments specifically. As I mentioned, a detailed report will come out in the upcoming newsletter, so stay tuned for that. Another item I wanted to cover was the job market. Here at Cypress, and I think Jacksonville in general, I think a lot of the entire nation, and especially the metropolitan cities throughout the United States, are all having different unique challenges. But the overarching common theme throughout all of the businesses throughout the the state and the country are challenges getting staff. Where we're seeing the biggest challenges in attracting staff and maintaining staff are in food and beverage, obviously dining services, both in the front of the house, being servers and bussers, those type of positions, but also in the cook area, dishwashing area. It is just extremely hard to get anybody to want to work. So that's one of the big focuses we have. And as everybody knows, there's been a nursing shortage and caregiver shortage for many years, but the pandemic has exacerbated that tremendously. And to find nursing staff that are not contracted or on an agency basis is extremely difficult. So what are we doing about that? Last month we had a community-wide job fair, and we did very well. We hired 14 new staff members, which is fantastic for one day. We have a very similar effort and event scheduled for May 19th of this year, and we're hoping to do equally as well, if not better, this month than we did last month. We're going to continue this grassroots process by which we're attracting people, either on social media, flyers, word of mouth, sign-on bonuses, you name it, we're throwing the book at it, but we're doing it very strategically and thoughtfully to attract the right people. So we will continue to keep you updated on how that effort is going in the coming weeks. So with that, we're going to roll into COVID, and happy birthdays. COVID's really quick, thankfully. We still have 0 confirmed cases to report here at Cypress Village, so that is extremely exciting. So let's keep that trend going. I think I did mention on the previous coffee chat that we are now back to testing monthly versus weekly. The report we got this week, the positivity rate within Duval County fell below 5%. Not much below 5%, but below 5%, which allows us to test monthly versus weekly. One other item regarding COVID before I get into birthdays, and that is, I wanted to clarify one of the items that came up multiple times in emails and conversations this week regarding the tests of those individuals that we did rapid tests on in the healthcare center, and I mentioned 3 that popped. There was a lot of concern that those may have been false positives because we're not doing a large quantity of testing over there. That is not accurate. The number of tests that we're doing on a daily basis or on a weekly basis are in the hundreds. So please understand that we've still only had 3, knock on wood, but those 3 could have been, those could have been very detrimental to us. But the amount of tests that are being provided on a daily basis are very significant. So those aren't small samples that were potentially inaccurate. So I hope that clarifies that item. On to birthdays. Let's see if we have any birthday boys or girls out there. Yes, we do. We got Sue DeKemper, Frank Cuff, and Dute Smith, and Jackie Newman. Happy birthday to you 3 ladies and 1 gentleman. On the 8th, we've only got 1 birthday girl. Her name is Connie Cundiff. Connie, happy birthday to you. We have none on the 9th, but on the 10th, we've got 1, Miss Benita Shea. And on the 11th, we've got 2. We've got Harry Schaller and Barbara Hall. Happy birthday to you 2. And we've got 1 on the 14th, which is Mr. Robert Krushank. Robert, happy birthday to you. And we're going to stop there until next week, but wish all those residents a happy birthday. Try and give them a call, stop by, birthday card, whatever it may be, but do whatever you can. Everybody hang in there. Again, thank you for all you do, all the patience, all the support, and we're going to get through it. We're getting there. So take care.
I got to stop and start over.
Hi, good afternoon. Well, it's probably morning for you guys. It's afternoon for me.
Stop laughing at me. We're cooking food here, people. Hello? Yeah, I'm in the dining room. No worries. Yeah, we can talk. Yeah, no. I'm not bothering anybody. What was I saying towards the end? Service! It's really crazy. So crazy. And the last item I have is about reservations. That's it.
All right, let me think about this. Well, it was a gamble, but I was.
You're willing to take it.
I was willing to take it.
Raul's here, our employee of the month.
Raul!
Yeah, employee of the month.
Employee of the month, Raul!
Congratulations.
Am I doing this?
Did you shave your head yet?
No, not yet. Oh, yeah, good. We're right here.
I'll do it right after this.
Look at this. Look at this mane. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Hey, doing well. It's showtime. Be easy on me, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
How are you today?
Oh, so fantastic.
Good.
Ow. No, I'm just kidding.
It's too easy for me.
Is it?
Nick Liberty.
Thank you so much. Saved my life.
That's great, Nick.